Good morning, everybody. It is 8:50. Welcome back to the program. Doug Thompson here, joining us in studio right now. He is at the Funny Bone. Go see him tonight. You can go see him tomorrow, Michelle. Very funny dude. He gets up, he gets you laughing, gets you smiling.
And then he gets you do the work.
He gets you up on stage. That's the whole idea.
I'm like a self-checkout.
You do the work.
Comedy store self-checkout. You do it.
So how many people do you bring up initially when you come, when you start off?
On a stage like at the Funny Bone, it's a little bit smaller stage, so we accommodate. There's 6 chairs on there, and then I think we have 5 or 6 out in the audience, right in front of the stage. So that way you can choose who's the best.
And what's the ideal number of people that you want to work with? Is there such a thing or not?
10 on stage. I mean, I've done up to 35, like at big colleges at a theater. Yeah. Atlantic City at the Hard Rock. That's a huge stage, so you fill it, so you have like 25 to 30 people. That gets a little overwhelming.
Right.
There's too many characters up there then, and some of them really don't do anything the whole show. So
yeah, they just
I like that pocket of 10 to 15.
That's what we say. This is the ideal place to see a hypnotist perform, and then the other folks perform, because you're at the Funny Bone, very intimate space. So even if you're in the back on the second tier, you're going to be able to see every expression on their face.
Sometimes people right next to you will go out in the crowd.
Yeah, that's even better. Yeah.
It's worse when they walk back into the crowd and they think they're not hypnotized, and all of a sudden they're doing karate kicks and stuff out in the crowd. You're like,
that is cool.
Come back up.
Do you bring them up on stage then generally, or can you work with them while they're kind of still out?
I always bring them up.
You do?
Yeah.
Now, do you want people to let you know if someone nodded off?
I do.
Okay.
I say, there's a point where I say, if there's somebody by you, raise your hand. And I start on one side of the room, then go to the center, and then people raise their hand and point, and then you go over. I always ask them, like, what's your name? A lot of times, if it's a wife, I always look at the husband, like, because the husband sometimes is sitting there like, no, don't take her up. And I'm like, that's who I want coming up.
Yeah, she's sleeping. Leave her alone.
Got the good stuff, right?
And then, the funny thing is last night I had some people go that were leaving the show, and they said, we've been to a show before. There's no way I would ever go up there until they said yours is not degrading toward the people, because some shows
they can be,
It's but those shows they have their place and they're great, but you have to know that's what you're going into. Right. It's like if you all of a sudden are in an R movie and you go, whoa, I didn't know this was going to happen. It's the same thing. Those shows are great, but mine is I don't do that. I always stray away from that because I do too many corporate shows.
Bringing the fun.
Yeah, you still have fun with it. And those shows, like I say, those are fun to watch, and I love watching them. I just can't do them.
What about are the corporate shows, do they generally go a little differently than the ones you do at the comedy clubs?
There's a little bit less. Yeah. I mean, there's certain things that HR don't want you to hit.
They give you a list then?
No, I kind of tell them.
to go after or not?
No, they never do that.
No, really?
Sometimes they'll be like, you got to get Bob. And I'm like, Bob ain't coming up. Yeah. Bob doesn't want to.
Yeah, Bob's the CEO.
Yeah, if you're all saying, you got to get Bob.
Bob's not doing it, yeah.
I had a bank I did, and the CEO's wife was there, and I think she had one too many glasses of wine.
Okay.
And man, she was out like that, and I had to like keep lifting her up, and then she'd go back down. I'm like, I don't think she's hypnotized anymore. So
I think she's just out.
I sent her off stage, and then she was still down. I'm like, he's like, is she still? I'm like, I don't think so. I think that had to do with Strawberry Boone's Farm or whatever it was.
The good stuff.
Do you do any of your shows then without the hypnosis side of it?
Yeah, I still do comedy. Yep, I still do comedy. I still travel with the Carbonaro Effect doing comedy. And I also do my own shows doing comedy. Like I have some coming up in a month. I do more hypnosis than anything, but I still do comedy. I love comedy. Hypnosis is a totally different animal. Comedy, it relies on me. Right. Hypnosis, I gotta rely on the people that I have. So,
and you never know what you're gonna get.
You don't.
So you really have to be quick to kind of.
It's got to be exciting for you, too, going into a show going, okay, let's see what we can build out of this.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm laying in my room later that night going, what was that?
I shouldn't get stuck with my own act.
What am I doing?
No, but you mentioned about people that they were leaving saying this was a good kind of hypnosis show that I saw, and they're more comfortable now. Would they be more likely to go up on stage the next time?
Yes, because they've seen it. And it's not that don't get me wrong, I'm not bashing those other shows.
No, we didn't take that.
It's some people. It's like if somebody goes to a comedy show and the guy's real blue, dirty. Some people will go, I can't, that was terrible. But other people love it. It's just that different. Now that they've seen what I do, they might come back and go, well, I'll go up there. I know exactly what goes on.
Right.
There's nothing that I'm taking them to that point where they go, I feel like my ethics are kind of in question here. So I don't, or geez, I hope nobody sees this.
Right.
You know, I don't want that to happen.
Now, is it nice, being from Iowa and being around here when you're working Iowa, for example, because you know what the audience is more than likely going to be like?
Well, it does help. When I do the Bahamas, 2 weeks a year, and it's such an eclectic group of people where you're in an area, you know what Missourians are like, you know what Illinois is like,
Right.
you know what Iowa's like. You can strike on those. Where it's a whole bunch of different random people, that is sometimes tougher because the Floridians don't think what Midwesterns think is funny.
Right.
So in certain instances, but yes, it is good to. Well, plus I like being in Iowa because that's born and raised. So.
Right. He is born and raised in Iowa, and we're going to show this. And to prove that he is a true Iowan, folks, how many people that you know are so proud of the state that they are from, they have a corn cob tattooed on
Corn
their arm.
on the cob.
Corn on the cob.
Look at that bicep.
Look at that.
Boink.
Now pop the corn.
What's it in the
Go ahead,
middle?
pop
What's
the
it in the
corn.
middle of? What's that?
Corn.
Is that like a ladybug there off to the
A
left? or
ladybug.
what is
That's my guitar. One
Oh,
of my guitars.
okay, there we go.
It's a ladybug crawling on my guitar or my corn on the cob.
That is so cool. But great. But Funny Bone tonight.
Funny Bone tonight, tomorrow.
And tomorrow night. All right.
Come celebrate St. Patrick's Day at the Funny Bone. A lot of people are going to do it
Yeah.
Saturday night. Come do it there.
There you go, folks.
Perfect.
You get hypnotized, you won't have the hangover.
See that? How about that for a guarantee, huh? You're right. Des Moines.
No, you won't.
Value
It'll
added.
work. It'll work.
Value added.
Des Moines.funnybone.com. Check it out. Good to see you,
Great to
Doug.
see you
again.
Appreciate